Alright guys, so since the Super Saiyan 3 category on Dokkan is essentially the hardest hitting team in the game, I kind of wanted to, have like a discussion video on if like a Super Saiyan 2 category would work or how good it might be. Again, as of right now, the Super Saiyan 3 team is like the fastest, aka hardest hitting team in the game, basically on the back of two different things. One, that Super Saiyan 3 Bardock gives a 170% attack buff, which of course is the highest that a leader skill will get for attack. Two is it has basically the hardest hitter in the game on that category, LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku. So knowing those two things, I think if a Super Saiyan 2 category leader would come out sometime soon and be maybe a HP and attack 170% and then defense 130% team, I think the category could work very well. Now, again, LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku has a large part in that, and even if you don't have LR Super Saiyan 3 Goku, of course, it's one of the hardest units in the game to obtain. As an unfeatured LR, he's only ever been unfeatured. There is the Extreme Z Awakened, AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku, who is almost like, he's in the same like realm of power. Like he's one of the hardest hitters in the game. So if the Super Saiyan 2 category would say release a leader and then like a busted LR, busted Super Saiyan 2 LR, it could be a pretty nasty team. So I kind of want to go through a couple things. The first thing I want to go through is who could potentially be the leader for the Super Saiyan 2 team. Like here we have all the different Super Saiyan 2 cards that exist in the game. Now, if I said Super Saiyan 2, the thing everyone is instantly going to think of, like everyone's mind is instantly going to go to Gohan, right? Gohan first going Super Saiyan 2, the first character to do it, that was like the big Super Saiyan 2 moment in the series. So, like, ideally, this version of Gohan right here, would be the category leader. But here's the thing. If there's like a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan from the Cell Game saga, he's going to have the same name as LR Gohan. So LR Gohan, being probably the best Super Saiyan 2 card in the game, we wouldn't be able to use him on the category because we'd be using the Super Saiyan 2 category leader. So in kind of thinking up this idea of how a Super Saiyan 2 category might work, I want to avoid making this Gohan the leader, so that way you could use either LR Gohan, or if you don't have LR Gohan, I think this SCR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan would be a good choice. I was thinking that the adult Gohan could be a very good choice. Now, this one right here, this is one of the best Super Saiyan 2 cards in the game. He gives an attack and defensive buff of 35%, which is very good. And he also will greatly raise his attack for one turn and cause supreme damage to the enemy. So he's a very, very strong card. And he is actually from the fight Broly versus Gohan. Now, here's the thing, right? This Gohan was Super Saiyan 2 when he fought Broly. I think they could release another card from that fight, and that could be the category leader. That would be like really a cool way, I think, to go about it. But even more so than that, I think Trunks. I think there could be a Super Saiyan 2 Trunks who could be the category leader from Dragon Ball Super. Now, if we see right here, this is from, Dragon Ball Super episode 49, when Goku and Trunks actually spar. If you see here, Trunks goes Super Saiyan 2, and Goku himself says, Super Saiyan 2 already, let me go ahead and match you. So, Trunks in the Dragon Ball Super arc is officially able to go Super Saiyan 2. So, there is already a Super Saiyan 2 Trunks. This is kind of like a what-if card, though. This is basically a Dragon Ball Heroes card right here. This Super Saiyan 2 Trunks, because he never was Super Saiyan 2 in this outfit. And obviously, he has a different outfit in Dragon Ball Super. Like, that's not the same thing at all. So, I think what they could do is they could make a new Trunks. Like, as you guys can see here, like, LR Trunks is Super Saiyan Trunks Teen, right? And then that Super Saiyan 2 Trunks is, again, Super Saiyan 2 Trunks Teen. They could give us a Super Saiyan 2 Trunks future card, which does not exist, as you guys could see. That could be the Super Saiyan 2 category leader right there. Now, this guy right here is essentially the same thing I'm talking about, but they only gave him Super Saiyan. And then, of course, right here, like Rage Trunks, this is basically the strongest Trunks ever got in the series, and they only just gave him the Super Saiyan Trunks Future, even though this is like the Super Saiyan Rage form. But they certainly could officially give him a Super Saiyan 2 Trunks Future card, and that could be the category leader. I don't know what exactly he could do, but I don't know, maybe like attack just 150%, and then maybe he would give like other Super Saiyan 2 category units like a 10% attack buff or something like that. I think that could be kind of a balanced card. I don't think that would be too strong, but if he was to get like a really high attack buff like that, like a support part of his passive wouldn't be too high. Or I don't know, maybe like an attack buff of 130%, and then he buffs all Super Saiyan 2 allies by, 20% attack. Something like that would be a really, really fun card to use. Now, if we look at all of the other Super Saiyan 2s, right, there are some gems, but most of the Super Saiyan 2 cards are just support type units. So like we have Super Saiyan 2 Bardock. This is the only one in the game. Just attack 30% for all allies, which is fine, right? Kabe, unfortunately, wouldn't really work on this team because, I mean, he would. Attack 80% when performing a super attack's not really that bad, but the rest of his passive wouldn't work unless he was on a Universal Survival Arc team, really. Chance to perform a critical hit goes up 7% per Universal Survival Arc category ally on your team. Now, I suppose you could put, like, Super Saiyan 2 Kale, Super Saiyan 2 Caulifla, and Super Saiyan 2 Kefla on the team. But I just don't think it would be worth it or really, there's better units. Now, the Caulifla cards, this STR Caulifla basically gets better the more Universal Survival Arc units are on your team. So same thing with her. I don't really think she's necessary. But the AGL Caulifla is a nice defensive unit. She is like a good 7th unit for any team that she could be on, really. I think her defensive viability in today's sort of meta is actually like really, really good. Obviously, LR Gohan right here is basically the best unit in this category. Now the Super Saiyan 2 Great Saiyaman, this is a very, very good card. Even still, and he doesn't really have like a place on a lot of these teams. Like he works really well on the Hybrid Saiyan team because he has both Prepare for Battle and Shocking Speed and Shattering Limit. So he is a amazing link partner with like LR Trunks, for example, right? But, I really never use this guy on that team. The World Tournament category team, he's one of the best units on there, but it's not like a real category team. And then the Buu Saga team, there's just so many better units there that, like, he kind of gets left behind. But this guy could be a very, very good unit on the team. Only attack 90%, but, I mean, that's still pretty good. I mean, you look at something like the Super Saiyan God Gokus, they only got 80% when performing a super attack. So 90% certainly can get it done in today's meta. We already went over the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan Adult. He could be the leader, but if like the Super Saiyan 2 Adult Trunks kind of was the leader that they went with, which I kind of think would be a good way to go about this, this guy would probably be one of the top tier options for the team because a 35% buff is just so high. And of course, he does have some common links, Super Saiyan, Shocking Speed, Kamehameha, Shattering Limit, Golden Warrior. Shattering Limit will be helpful for something like LR Majin Vegeta. So Goku, right? There's not really a good Super Saiyan 2 Goku for this team. Again, these guys are mostly just all support units. And then the Super Saiyan 2 Goku Angel cards. I mean, these guys are... Not that one. I didn't mean to click that one. These guys are mostly just filler units, right? Like, this SCR Super Saiyan 2 Goku is pretty good. But in order for this guy and the Majin Vegeta to be, like, really solid... You're going to need to give them, like, potential system buffs. Because they have low normal stats. And even Rainbowed, their stats don't get too high. But this card is good. It's just, it's very, very difficult to get him at, like, max potential. Because of all the battlefield medals you need. This Super Saiyan 2 Goku is fine. But, like, you have to have him as a third attacker in a turn. And it's only plus 12,000 attack. Like, no, that's rubbish. And then the AGL Super Saiyan 2 Goku. Now, this guy and the Majin Vegeta, they could be very interesting if they actually got Dokkan Awakenings. What would, like, because he gets 12% attack and 5,000 health per AGL sphere right now. If he got an Awakening and that, jumped up to maybe, like, 7,000 HP and 14 or 15% attack, he'd be a very interesting unit for the team. We have the GT Gokus. This guy is actually kind of a product of a different era. Attack 70% at start of turn. He's not going to cut it anymore. But this Goku right here, this guy, it's been a long time since they've released any GT cards. I believe the last time was Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Omega Shenron. So I am expecting some GT cards at some point soon. This guy could get a Dokkan Awakening, and he could be nasty afterwards. Like, if they gave him, like, you know, Key 3 and attack 90% or attack 100%, he could be a very good card. And he could be very strong on this category. I really want to see what they're going to do with the next wave of GT cards, because, like, Baby, I think, deserves a Dokkan Fest event. I want to see, like, a Baby Saga, a Super Android 17 Saga category. I would like the Shadow Dragon category to get buffed. I know a lot of people want a GT category, but I don't think that's realistic because it'll make the Shadow Dragon category worthless. Kale's here, but she's more of a support type unit for the Universal Survival Arc team. Super Saiyan 2 Kefla obviously could be a very powerful option. I've gone over her in depth lately. She's a very good unit. There's none of these Vegetas are really that good. None of them, actually. They're all kind of just fodder level units. The tech one, maybe if he got an Awakening in the Baba Shop, he could be interesting. You know, defense 80%, and then he gets 20% attack every time he's hit. You know, if that went up to 100% and 100%, that could be interesting, I guess. This guy, obviously, like, hopefully they will put him on a category, because they didn't give him Pure Saiyan, I guess, because Bulma's in the card. Hopefully they would let him have Super Saiyan 2 category, but if he was on that, he would be one of the most ridiculous cards for sure. It's so stupid to me that he doesn't have a category, by the way. They made him too good. Next, so we have this, we'll cover this Trunks first. This Trunks is probably, I would say, about to Dokkan Awaken when Future Gohan comes out in a few days. We might actually know tomorrow night, or even tonight, if this Trunks could awaken. But, you know, if they gave him a little bit of a better passive, maybe all allies, he could be a useful option. And then the Majin Vegeta cards, right? The physical Majin Vegeta, he is just like the STR Super Saiyan 2 Goku, where they're pretty good, but, like, you're going to need to give them orb buffs because they have very low normal stats, and they're free-to-play cards, so they're only going to get, like, you know, 3,000 buffs in the potential system. But after that, they could both be pretty decent units. We also have this SCR Majin Vegeta. Same thing with the Goku. Maybe if he got an Awakening, we'd see how good he could become. The tech one is a fodder level unit. And then, of course, LR Majin Vegeta. He would easily be... LR Gohan would be the best unit on the category. This guy would probably be number 2. Or, I mean, depending on the situation, he definitely could do more damage than LR Gohan. But going over all this, guys, I do think a Super Saiyan 2 category would be viable. It would be fun. All they'd have to do is fill it out a little bit more. A new Super Saiyan 2 LR. A new, you know, the Super Saiyan 2 category leader. If it was like, you know, Super Saiyan 2 Trunks Future, which is like a character that's not even in the game yet, that would be really cool. Let me know what you guys think about a Super Saiyan 2 category, and I'll catch y'all next time.